retirement. Ron's wife Mary has joined us today, and we appreciate her. There are a few more seats here. It'll be easier for you to hear me if you want to sit, if people want to sit. If not, I'm going to start. So I'm going to do a small presentation of the life and times of Ron Gregg. Now, obviously Ron, I believe right now at this moment, is the most senior person in the building.
Not the oldest.
No, not the oldest. Senior in seniority. Started with us over 40 years ago, and I believe at this moment has the most seniority in the building. So it was hard to find out things that happened when he first started because there's nobody left here. So it might not be 100% exact. I apologize. And I know Ron is a very stickler for details, so I'm glad that he's kind of facing that way and won't see the details exactly. And Ron, if you want to know how much I appreciated you over these years, let me tell you, long sleeve shirts, this shirt and long sleeve shirts are only reserved for when Jeremy comes to the building. So that's how much I appreciate you. The lives and time of Ron Gregg, the early years. Now, Ron will get this, and most people my age will get it. Picture it. On a cold day in February, a young boy sets out on a quest for employment. Valentine's Day, 1978. Ron finds the first love of his life. Claude Neon. Now, I don't know if you know, but we were Claude Neon, Mediacom, so Claude Neon
wasn't going to be married.
Jennifer Fish was only 3 years old. Ron runs so as not to be late for his first day. Here's Ron running to get to work. Ron's first assignment, Ron started off hand painting billboards, like this one. I know this is not one that Ron did, but back in 1978, billboards were hand painted up into the 80s. So Ron started in our studio hand painting, mainly airbrushing backlights and hand painting. It doesn't take long, and Ron is frequently seen in the office laying the charm on one Mary Marasovic.
First Croatian I ever met. Oh, except Martin.
The charm works, and Ron has found his one true love. And 40 years later, they're still in love. Fast forward a few years. Life is going good. Ron and Mary have 2 sons and a beautiful home. Ron receives the news our hand painting studio is in the process of closing down. Ron ponders what to do next. So here's Ron pondering. Ron wonders which of his many talents should he use next. Ron has many, many talents, and most people here know that. He started at a young age doing knots, so he thought maybe he'd get an industry where he was knots. Or maybe horseback riding. There's plenty more talents. Carving pumpkins. That's a pumpkin that Ron carved. Hopefully everyone can see it from everywhere.
Amazing job.
Or he could have become a bartender, which is another one of his talents. Too many talents to list. He thought maybe a rock and roll band. Ron reinvents himself and takes over our safety program. And here's the National Safety Committee that meets, and that's thanks to Ron, we met annually and biannually. Safety in the workplace. Ron led the way when it came to keeping our employees safe. Here are a few initiatives. Fall arrest, safety committee, transporting of dangerous goods, CVOR, safety audits, safety and special effects. It didn't take long for the company to realize how valuable Ron's artistic knowledge was needed. He was soon named in charge of special effects, a few special effects, hot coffee. This might be hard to see, but there's actually steam coming out of that coffee cup. Salad, anyone? Drink milk. It's hard to see, but there's a mannequin there that's, I believe she's 7 foot tall, holding up the board. 10 feet tall mannequin. So those are just a few of the special effects Ron helped create in the company. The best way to describe Ron, I sent an email and I asked certain people, the people that know Ron closely, and asked them for one word to describe Ron. It was very difficult, and most people some managed to one word, but it was very difficult for one word. So the best way to describe Ron: loyal, one of a kind, respect, dependable, imaginative, thoughtful, conscientious, team player, more creative, multi-talented, quick-witted, creative, salt of the earth, practo-novative. It's a mix between practical and innovative.
Oh boy.
And pizza. Not sure what pizza is. And for the more wordy folk, this one is from John Purdon, who worked out of Horner back in the 80s. Can everyone hear me back there? Yeah, thank you. So when I asked John for one word, this is what he came back with. The very first word that came to mind after all the years I've worked with Ron is hungry. Where are we going for lunch? It's only 11 a.m., Ron. Yeah, but I'm hungry. Where do you want to eat today, Ron? Somewhere good, John, because I'm hungry. I'm sure I could have come up with a lot more, but I would say the best describes Ron Gregg. I'm going to tell you all a story about John Purdon and Ron Gregg. During one of their lunches, they went to a little place here called Heads or Tails, which is right beside Farm Boys, which no longer exists, and they did a lunch buffet there. So Ron was in his prime, and John Purdon, those of you that know John, was also in his prime. So they go in for the lunch buffet. They arrive probably at 11:01 when it opened. And maybe 10 minutes later, the chef comes out and says, "Where's all the meat?" Ron and John had eaten all the lunch meat for the whole lunch buffet. That's a true story, right?
Not anymore.
Out front events. No event would be complete without Ron. Breakfast, Ron was there cooking. Tinkerbell, remember Tinkerbell, Ron? It was a pie eating contest we did back when Ron's hair was all black.
That's it.
Thank you, Ron. Barbecue, this year's barbecue. Dressing up, here's Ron dressed up as St. Patty. And we can't forget Rhonda. Ron has more than one love. Sorry, Mary. Pizza, fish and chips. Ron wants everyone to be safer. And when I say everyone, and you're never too young. That's Ron and his grandson. Starting his grandson off with safety right off the bat. Our wish for your retirement. May every barbecue be perfect.
Yeah.
Like that one.
Oh boy.
That one. Enjoy time with your family. Tyler and Nadia. Tyler joined us. Tyler is Ron's eldest son. He's a captain. He's a pilot. He's a captain for Porter Airlines. And I know Ron is very proud of both his sons. And Tyler.
I was pretty scared that day first time up.
And Tyler's wife, Nadia. Eric, Jordan, and Hendrik. Hendrik, you saw the picture of wearing the safety glasses. This is Eric running the triathlon in Beijing. And I'm going to try to guess the year. Was it 2011?
You're right, yeah.
Hey, good
So that's Eric. Eric likes to be fit and used to run a ton of triathlons, not so sure with a son in the picture anymore. And here's Eric and Jordan on their wedding day. Enjoy golf with friends more often, with good friends. Keep painting beautiful works.
Saxon. Does the best caricatures.
Most of all, enjoy every moment of your life with Mary. Little black, a little something. Get it started. Also, Ron, this was, you want to say it?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you realize this, but you're pretty popular around here. There's about 4 to 5 cards worth of signatures from all your peers wishing you well for your retirement, and I have a lot of helpers. We took up a collection, and in these baskets you'll find some things that will help you relax and unwind for retirement, and also get you started on your plan for your artwork. So.
I didn't tell you guys I quit drinking.
Your turn, Ron.
Okay.
Louder.
All right, I'm very fortunate because I got guys in the back are here, which I've lost a lot of sleep for you guys. You guys are the out front guys, and you do dangerous work. And as you see, I used to have quite a bit of hair, and that contributed to it. So I'm going to tell a story about how I met Mary. The timing wasn't exactly right. I did work here for a few years, and I saw this. Mary was in Claude Neon. I was on the outdoor side, MediaCom. And I'd see this little girl walking across, well, not little girl, a young lady. And she had to go from one side, our side of the plant where the office was, and go to the other side of the plant where the commercial signs were. And she'd stop and talk to some guys along the way, but never talk to me. So I did this portrait for this other girl named Mary in the office, and a picture of her boyfriend. So I did that. She was all happy, and she took it away, and I said, hey, I wouldn't mind doing a picture for that little Mary that always walks by here. So she went in and brought her out to introduce me, and she came out with the intentions of getting a portrait done of the boyfriend that she had at the time. And didn't ask me for a portrait of the boyfriend she was attending at the time because she saw something in my eyes, I think. Like, that's all you could see because I had a cigarette hanging out of my mouth, big beard, long hair. And I was painting at the same time back then. You could smoke and paint. So she asked me to do the portrait. I said, well, I need a picture. So a few days later, she brings me a picture with her hand over her face like this. I said, I can't work for that. So I was going to a wedding. One of my buddies was getting married, and he invited. I was in the wedding party, and I needed a date. So I asked her if she wanted to go. She says, no, I don't want to go with you. I said, oh, okay. So I had to shave for the wedding. When I got back after the wedding, I saw her again, and she saw the pretty face, and that was it. She asked me over to hang her curtains, and
Oh yeah, right.
and she cooked me dinner. It was pork chops. They were like sawdust, but I still kept coming back for more. And she left the company shortly after because Claude Neon moved up near the Carling View Drive there, and so it was kind of good because every time she'd walk out, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to? She'd check up on me all the time, so it was good. But we've been happily married ever after. We got 2 great guys.
Yeah.